That brings us straight into our first topic, where we know that KACC is supposed to be replaced with EACC when we implement the new law. And you're asking, do you think removal of KACC it will make difference in corruption? But to take it back a bit, do you think KACC imefanya a good job to combat corruption in this country?
Yeye kangepewa powers ya kuprosecute na kufanya kila kitu angeweza. Lakini sasa hivi wengi wanaona vile anakuja vibaya. So wameona wacha wamuweke kando ndio wafanye mambo yao wasijulikane.
Yes, they have tried, and if they have been given the support from the government, I think they would have done much more.
Nini unaweza kumbuka yenyewe walifanya useme yenyewe walifanya a good job, because I remember at a certain time or a certain point they did ABCD.
Walikuwa na jaribu get those stolen funds which were in other banks, in the foreign banks. So hiyo kitu walikuwa wameendelea, and that progress was good.
Why was it so slow?
We don't just prosecute because of people saying that somebody is corrupt. You have to do the completely thorough investigation, so that at least when you present this case, you have all the evidences. And this is why those people who are corrupt, they cannot give him chance to continue.
KACC inakuwa replaced na EACC, that's the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, yeah? But do you think this was a political move to eradicate KACC, which is an independent body?
I think so, because those who are concerned are the ones who are making sure that the KACC may be banned, so their cases may be stopped.
I think they would have changed the name, but the management should have remained.
It could have performed, but the problem we have is the issue of the structures. The investigation, it is given investigation, but this investigation was to be given to the Attorney General, who was to prosecute. So at a particular time, take into consideration that the office of the Attorney General was somehow political, probably what they say that it was politically compromised. In most of the times, they were just failed. And then when we came with Lumumba, he himself, I think, was supposed now to give the strategic aspect of the whole authority. But now he started become just an orator, somebody who wanted to publications aspect. In fact, undermining his own public. They had their own publication officer who was supposed to be giving us the spokesman information. So it became more so of a political institution rather than the authority to just combat corruption.
Tambo, they used to say that KACC is a dog that has no teeth. You see, you have given powers to do something, but actually you cannot do it because of like he has to involve the courts. If it can be given its own powers, like to prosecute, like its own powers, like a court system of its own, that one would be better.
I think the parliament would have waited for the cases to end, and then we would see the culprits, apprehended. But now the cases are left hanging. I don't think the other body will continue with those cases.
There is something hidden somewhere which we don't know.
Tutaendelea na mada, but right about now I want us to watch a small insert tumewatengenezea. Kuna maelezo zaidi on the same.
The Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission was disbanded due to a provision of the Constitution, Article 79 and 80, mandate Parliament to pass a new law that will deal with issues of corruption and leadership and integrity of public officers. And due to that fact, Parliament had to beat the deadline of August 27th to pass a new law that will deal with the issues envisaged under the new constitution. The role of the former Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission was to investigate graft cases, both criminal and civil. For criminal cases, they would hand over the file to the Attorney General, who will then prosecute the offenders in the anti-corruption courts that were established under the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act. I think the manner in which the immediate former head of the Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission was removed was done with malice by Parliament, in my humble view, because I've had the chance to see some of the drafts that were presented to Parliament, and one of them actually had a provision whereby the former commissioners will continue in office until they have been replaced. The way forward, I believe, will be for the advisory board to move with speed, appoint new commissioners to head the different dockets under the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission.
You see, he came in, but nothing changed. The laws didn't change, nothing has changed. Thank God we have a new constitution now. I hope the new structures for the new coming KACC is going to, they are going to bring, it's not just the change of guard, the change of people there, but also the laws, and giving them more power, and also making them more independent. Like, there was an issue back then when these guys, the budgets they are supposed to have for carrying out the operations, it's being set by Parliament. So you find themselves being limited on how much they can do because they don't have the much money. So some of those few things, I hope they'll just change. It's not just the people who are there, but all the structures and also the laws and the powers.
So in essence, there's nothing much that's changed corruption-wise.
No. It just created like some sort of fear to the politicians, to the big fish.
The time frame was not conducive for Kilo. He has been there in the office for 1 year, which was not enough. But he started well, because even he was trying to open the branches countrywide, at least so that at least somebody should be there. Any corrupt deals should be forwarded to head office, which was not there before. And for that matter, I think was trying to lay down grounds so that they can work.
Pelo amesema they were investigating 80 politicians and top government officials over corruption. Yeah. Now arguments the MPs or our political leaders, like Minister for Water Charity Ngilu said, I am happy that we all seem to be united, that we are not going to allow the same body to investigate and prosecute because they can abuse those powers. If the current director was going to be given those powers, I don't think there will be anyone sitting in Parliament, quote unquote. That's Charity Ngilu. A nominated MP, Rachel Shebesh, said the man whose name I cannot mention was taken through this house through a lot of pressure because of an impression he created that he speaks good English and can articulate issues. We can now see what that has taken us. These only arguments our leaders. So do you think ilikuwa rushed ama wali panic kupasi bill?
We should also ignore all those comments by those, because actually they are comments of a suspect. I don't mean that they are criminal, because anybody remains innocent until proved guilty. But what I believe is that Lumumba had a chance. Unfortunately, to be fair to him, okay, it was lashed because of the issue of the new constitution, which gave that what I've seen, the provision for 1 year. But I'm trying to take this analogy of these so much used, the dog, with the barking dog with no teeth. We need also a dog with teeth, but which is not even barking, because when you go to hunt, if you bark, that dog is the prey will just hear the barking and go. So we need an institution. Okay, it's not just the change of structures. We need also personalities who know what they are doing in that office. People who can be quiet. Like now when they are moving out, we should be surprised to see the files that we are investigating without actually being told who are they. Like now the scandal in the water ministry, it came to the public limelight so long ago, such that, and you know, these are people who are managed, who can be influenced, and this is Kenya.
If we are to be doing those investigations quietly, without preempting that we are going to prosecute so and so, I think we would have some would have been prosecuted, and that's why, as we are saying here, the majority of our members, they panicked, and that's why they are rushing these things that they should move out.
KNCHR Commissioner Hassan Omar akasema removal of PLO would compromise the cases that KACC is handling. Yeah,
but I think even the very people who are not in politics, like that Omar is a lawyer. There is no way you can talk about the old constitution when we have a new dispensation. So everything that was the old constitution, including like now what you are seeing in the MP's taxes, and these guys are the ones who confuse Kenyans. They are the ones who are, because like now it is as if they have their own personal issues with the politicians, and it's unfortunate because also these politicians are creating laws which In fact, you can imagine a question, a situation whereby us here we are the suspect in a certain thing, and then we are given the power to make sure to appoint the judge. What do you expect?
So unaona hawa akina PLO wanafaa reapply.
They should reapply so that maybe the president will see, okay, or the body which is going to pick those people, they will consider him.
But they can reapply on condition that the body that is going to recruit them is also very autonomous and composed of people of high integrity.
The position should not be discriminative. It should be open to every Kenyan who has the credentials. Yeah. So PLO should apply. But also I want to add something small. Even the president and these guys, the prime minister, they should support the next coming guy in that office. Because you see, in a country like Rwanda, Kagame himself, he takes it personally. If you are actually, you get yourself in corruption, and you like that country, the corruption level are so low because the president he has supported the organization there that deals with the anti-corruption. So even he has created a culture. You see, if the president himself is for that thing, then the country even follows it.
What are the views of the guys up on Matatu? We go to the streets and you see if the guys in the streets are in agreement.
Naona PLO anafaa kurun for that position because our MPs wali vote wamtoe because wanaona he's going to be a big threat to them. Anafaa toke because he does nothing. He just talk. And you know, talking without action is nothing.
Sisi wananchi wa Kenya tunaona amefanya kazi, lazima aendelee na kazi.
Wale waizi wa pesa ndio wanataka aondoke, lakini tunamtaka kwa awe director wa KACC.
Vitu ka Anglo leasing, vitu ka Golden Bag bado hajatoa.
Naona Rugumba endelee, shauri ana mwelekeo mzuri.
That's what they said in the streets. We're going for a short break, but hang in there. We'll be right back on Matatu.